Well, we were in fucking Jeff's basement. This was before any of us turned 21. And like and well, maybe I was 21 at the time, but I forget if I was 21 or not for this story. But anyways, Jeff's parents were holding on to a fifth of whiskey that Jeff's grandfather had brought back from World War II.
Wow.
And it was, opened only once to take one swig out of it on, Victory Day. And then he kept it corked, and there was some sort of anniversary they were waiting for before they opened it again. Well, Jeff, of course, steals this. It
Nice.
says, okay, we're going to each have one shot of this just to see what the fuck it, whiskey that has aged this long tastes like. And we each take a shot, and it was like fucking suckling on Aphrodite's tit, man. It was fucking divine. No fucking chaser needed. And like the first thought ripping through our minds was, we need more. So there was another shot, and another one, and another one. Until there was only a wee little bit, like maybe 2 shots worth left in this fucking damn near full bottle that has aged since fucking World War II. This is like mid 90s now, so we're talking, 40 plus years, 50 years. This thing has aged. They were waiting for a specific day to crack it open. And we're like, oh shit, I had to be 21 because Old Crow was available. And we filled the thing back up with Old Crow, put the cork in as tight as we could, make it look like, as it was. And he mixed it up, and, whatever little bit was left in there along the Old Crow, and put it back. A few months later, the anniversary hit. And Jeff told me the story.
Oh, this ain't gonna end well.
Of how, like, he was there with his family, and he even got a shot of it, and he was just because this was a very special day, even though he was underage, he was allowed to have a shot of this, and it was passed around to everyone. It was like cheers. Everyone took the shot simultaneously. And he said everyone just had this look on their face like this was not what I was expecting at all. Fucking the shot of Old Crow going. And Jeff's just sitting there hacking and coughing, trying to make look like, I'm not a drinker, kind of thing, even though he was.
Yes.
Like, fuck. No questions were asked, but everyone knew something was amiss. Oh my god.
That's tremendous.
Oh god. Now, similar kind of booze, okay? When I was helping my friend, who shall remain nameless, renovate his first house that he bought himself. The house was previously owned by this old World War II veteran who passed away. And we're going through it, and we find the flag with 48 stars on it. We're like, wow, that's so fucking cool. And we're fixing up this place. And now while we're going through it, we find his stash of booze. Some was like age 30 years, some was age 50 and shit. We're like, wow, this is so fucking awesome. And, in the middle of our work, we poured ourselves a shot, took it. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, let's get back to work here. And, we left the fucking bottle open, but we did not take another shot or do anything with it. When we come back from doing the work that we were doing, I think we were painting walls or something, there was another shot poured for us, and we were the only ones in the house. So I know you're atheist. You're going to fucking sit there and say blah, 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 blah. You just don't remember. But to us, it was like, wow, the fucking old dude was blessing our work here. He was happy that we were making his house good again.
So, I'm willing to suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm willing to. Yeah, sure, it was the old dude's ghost. Why not? That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not one of those militant, like, well, here's what you actually saw. I mean, I am when it comes to people who think that their house is being haunted by a goat demon that's having sex with them.
Yeah.
But as far as stories like that, yeah, sure, it was the old dude's ghost who was blessing your hard work. Why not? That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted you to enjoy his alcohol.
And I'm not a gin drinker, but even that gin, he found 3 bottles, and like we were doing the whiskey, then the vodka, then the gin. And like even the gin was like, oh my god, this is Aphrodite's titty, because it just aged so long.
He said, "You guys got good taste."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. I'm not going to go into a rant about because that would be awesome if it was real.
That would be. I think it is awesome.
But the only time like people will claim the Amityville horror is real, and then I'll bring up facts that I know about that. But yeah, I know. Well, I've had experiences like that. But yeah, I've never drank anything like really old or whatever. I've only I've only done. I do like Irish coffee though. That's good because you get caffeine and you get drunk.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And my buddy who shall remain nameless, I remember like this was while after I fucking lost the custody battle for my kids and everything, and I was in the process of going homeless and shit. He invited me up to his house, and he was mixing drinks and shit, and he made this one drink he called breakfast in a glass. And what he did was he took cured bacon and let it soak into whiskey for like a month or 2, and then poured it through like a cheesecloth to get all the fucking fat out, but it kept the flavor. And he mixed up this shit with maple syrup and a couple other things, and it was like, oh my god, that's good. And we came up with what we called Jim's Coffee, which was we took some what's it called, Irish cream flavored Monster coffee, and mixed that in with what was it? It was espresso flavored vodka with some creme de menthe, and that kept you good.
Sorry, that was my screen reader going off.
That's okay.
Yes, that sounds. I like schnapps for some weird reason.
Schnapps is a go-to, especially for the girls, but it goes down pretty smooth and mixes well with a lot of shit because they have all different kinds of flavors.
That's the thing. If I don't want something hard, I like peppermint schnapps, which was ironically told me by a grizzly old whiskey drinker's like, you know what I drink when I don't want something really hard? I was like, petrol, knowing what you drink. And he's like, no, I drink peppermint schnapps. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It was this, if you picture a decrepit Hank Williams, but just into punk. He was a decrepit. If you picture what G.G. Allen would look like on a very bad day,
and if he grew up,
yes, that's him. And he's talking about how much he drank. I was like, well, you must chug gasoline. I don't know what you drink if you want something light. Jim Beam's like, no, I drink peppermint. I was like, what the fuck? You?
God. Oh, hell. We used to play this party game called Circle of Death. And I remember if you match someone or their card, or like you got a higher number than them, if you match the card, like the same like number on the card or same suit, you had to take as many shots that were on the card, or 10 for face cards, 15 for fucking aces. And dear God, did we get fucked. It was one of those games where like you had to tap out, or else you would die. Hence the name Circle of Death. And like we got so fucking hammered there. I think that was one of the nights we were playing Guess the Difference in Spanked Enema Nurse. We were playing that game and it was all fucked up. I think that was the day I woke up in my neighbor's yard. And yeah, that was the day I woke up in my neighbor's yard and their kids were poking with the stick. And I was just like, shook my head like, what the fuck? Got up and walked in my house, and the kids were like, oh my God, he's alive.
I remember Pukes. Chocolate cake with beer for breakfast.
Good shit.
I can't do that. I have to drink some coffee or something like water for breakfast. He would do chocolate cake, which how he got so much fucking cake, I don't know. Because he lived like, when he wasn't living in a squat, he was living in some apartment. But he got chocolate cake and beer for breakfast.
Sounds like the breakfast of champions.
It was, and it was very good, but at the same time, I was like, I need coffee. I need coffee and water. I like coffee and water because coffee doesn't really hydrate you, but water does. So you drink a thing of coffee and you feel good, and then you drink some water and you feel hydrated. I go through water like a fucking fish, man.
Jeff's go-to for, like, drinking after he was done drinking, his go-to was distilled water. He would always have like a gallon of distilled water lying around in his basement. That was good. And speaking of fucking Jeff, and now I said something smart that Jeff did. Let's go over something stupid that Jeff did. We were still.
Oh yes, I like stupid stories.
We were still fucking little kids, teenagers and shit. And we had overtaken this one like garden shed in this abandoned house as our own little mini clubhouse. We had it all decked out with the heater and all this other shit, and it was a nice place to hang out. And he had stolen some alcohol from his parents. Well, hard liquor. And we were there and we were drinking. I'd drink it. I'd take a big swig and then I'd chase it back with some fucking tea or whatever the hell I had, usually tea. And then like he'd take a swig back some, chaser himself. Then he would eat a slice of bread.
Oh, yes.
And the whole time that he was doing this, I'm going, and he's pointing at me saying, you're faking it. You can't be drunk because I'm not drunk, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing the bread absorbs the fucking alcohol.
Yes, I learned that the hard way. What's actually really good as far as taste? Doesn't really get you drunk, but it's good taste. Do you know how they have those mixed popcorn bags? We were at the Enduro Cross races last year, and it was a mix of cheesy popcorn, caramel corn, and spicy popcorn. I've never had spicy popcorn before, and I got a Guinness Stout, which I have to say is my favorite beer. Of whatever I have to say Guinness. So I know the popcorn absorbs the alcohol, blah blah blah, but Guinness Stout and that popcorn just tastes really good together. And Guinness Stout with anything tastes. Drink Guinness; it makes you a man.
Okay.
What about the time you really wanted to go to Denny's, but it was closed? So you had a bright idea that was totally sober.
Okay, yeah. Me and my friend who shall remain nameless, we got hammered. This is while I was fucking married. And it was
We need a code name. We need a code name for him.
Yeah, just a friend who shall remain nameless.
That's
the only code name. Yeah.
Krusty.
No, I am not gonna fucking give him that name because of who the fuck he is.
Fuckhead.
But anyways, we were all fucking hammered. I was married at the time, and this is at the same time where, like, I'd say, "Are we drunk enough for Walmart?" Oh yeah, we're drunk enough for Walmart. And we take this real windy, like real sharp, like over 90-degree turn. And while we're taking this back road, I take my hands off the fucking wheel, and I'd work the pedals while he steered.
Okay.
This is as the marriage was going south at the time, so I didn't care if I died at the time. But he was a very good, driver, when it came to that. Well, anyways, I'm fucking hammered, and like I go out and like I want to get something to eat at Burger King, which is where we're going, not Denny's. Denny's is 24 hours. This is Burger.
Whatever.
And we fucking get in the car after he pulls me out of his neighbor's lawn because I fucking fell there and couldn't get up for about 5 minutes. And I'm in the car and I'm talking all this shit. And like we get to Burger King and it was closed. And I was like, okay, just keep driving west and we'll eventually come to a Burger King that's open.
Keep in mind, folks, where he's located.
Not realizing that we're nowhere near a time zone. So by the time we crossed the time zone into territory where, like, it would have been open 1 hour ago, because I know we just missed it, it would have been closed by then anyway.
Now, if you were living on, near another time zone, it would have been a genius idea.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you're a moron.
Yes, I was a moron. But he complied with this wish because he knew I was fucked up and I wasn't going to shut up till I got something. And eventually we gave up and we pulled into a fucking Sheetz where he was going to buy me something there. But Sheetz had just gotten in their fucking touchscreen shit. And I just started ordering the moon, fucking this huge sandwich, fucking everything on it and sides and all this. And like my buddy's like, don't you, beep, submit order. Okay, Jim, let's go. So I didn't even get my fucking sandwich there. He was going to be kind and buy me an MTO, and no, I had to fuck that up too.
Aw. I feel bad. Not really.
Yeah.
Because you kind of made your own little bed there.
And I also pissed off the workers.
Who probably made the fucking sandwich.
Yeah, this is back whenever they pre-make it before you paid for it. Now they don't do that anymore. You gotta prepay before they start making shit. So I'm one of the fuckers that ruined that for everyone.
Yeah, you're probably why they. Yeah.
Well, hell, our shoplifting sprees back in the day. Fuck. I don't know exactly how much that tore into the one mall we shoplifted from most frequently, but during our shoplifting years, a few stores closed shop. Then after we stopped, more and more stores closed shop. Then eventually, after all the anchor stores left and everything, the mall was closed and now it is a Walmart.
I just love the don't do it, Jim. Don't beep.
Time to get going. You goddamn motherfucker. Can't even be nice to you.
Oh, so you didn't, and yeah. Whereas I would have probably killed the guy if he said that. We're getting food, damn it.
Yeah, he was willing to pay for something light, not like the moon, which is what I was ordering.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
And yeah, the wall. Now it's a Walmart. Hell, have you ever tried shoplifting from Walmart?
No, actually, I have not.
My friend used to shoplift from Walmart, and then he started working at the same Walmart he shoplifted while still shoplifting.